In the small poverty-stricken state of Orissa, the oppressed poor are becoming the forgotten people. Koraput is one of the southern districts of Orissa. These tribal people are the original inhabitants and in many cases still live the same way they did 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. Yet they are considered insignificant people, neglected and ignored. Vitamin deficiency is a huge problem. Babies die from malnutrition. Women die from childbirth complications and mastitis. Polio is still rife in India. Gastroenteritis, TB, sickle cell anemia, hepatitis and malaria are all big killers. During the wet season, when there is no work, often the only food they can eat is a gruel made from the kernel taken out of fungus-infected mango stones, which slowly poisons them. It is difficult to get clean water as the flooding rivers are churned up with mud and silt, and the banks are slippery and very dangerous. In the dry season, the water levels drastically drop and rivers often dry up. All that's left are pools of water which become tainted from bathing, washing clothes and animals. Daily, the women walk long distances to get water, carrying 1 or 2 10-litre pots on their heads and hips. Pigs, goats and chickens all coexist with the villagers. Immediate problems such as poor health and hygiene can be overcome. Clean water and sanitation is essential to life. A bore well in a village provides clean water for drinking, cooking, washing and maintaining a vegetable garden. After sinking a bore well, we train a villager to be the local hygiene educator and impart practical advice on basic hygiene to the villagers. There are many isolated villages in desperate need of water and the hope that this brings. A health clinic will provide access to free health care and timely medical attention, ensuring a better quality of life and assist in lowering the infant mortality rate. A family might send one of their children, a boy, to school, but he will probably only be at school for 3 to 4 years. After that, he will be working with his parents in the forests or the fields, or herding cattle, goats and sheep, or caring for younger siblings at home while the parents try to get work. They see no need for girls to be educated. Most parents can't afford to purchase the books, pencils, paper and slates required to attend school, so most kids just don't go. The government has set a minimum daily wage of 80 rupees for a man and 60 for a woman. However, in the villages, most employers only pay half that rate. Those workers who debate the price don't get the work. There are always others who will accept the lower wage. Mandya, A grain similar to millet is the staple food here as rice is too expensive. If the parents don't get work or are unable to sell wood and other products gathered in the forest, there is no money for grain, there is nothing to eat. This is truly subsistence living. Education is the answer for so many of the problems these people experience. Literacy and new skill classes enable the reading of medicine instructions and documents and provide better job opportunities. Through education, the poor are empowered to become self-sufficient. Just outside the town of Koraput, we've established a children's home, providing food, comfort and education for children such as Sonali, who came to the children's home aged 6. She has no father and her mother is a prostitute. If Sonali stayed with her mother, she would be at risk of sexual abuse, shunned by the villagers because of her mother's work, and would end up in prostitution herself. Through sponsorship, she is safe, receiving an education, and has transformed from a timid, frightened girl to a happy, loving child. Our life-saving vision of justice and hope is not exclusive to the desperately poor in Orissa, but extends throughout India and the world. By giving help, supporting, partnering, and empowering through education, we are providing hope in a hopeless world. To continue, we need finance, sponsors, expertise and partners. Please join us and help break the poverty cycle.